guys, welcome back to John's toy review at SurfFX. New toy, new Cabrinha X3 wing. Check this out. Just got these in, and look at that. Comes in a nice duffel bag. That's good. Cabrinha's always had that in their range for like their women's range of handbags and stuff, but that's actually a decent sized duffel bag for that new Crosswing. Let's have a look. Roll top clips. Nice to see him putting some effort into the bags. What else we got in here? Comes with a wrist leash. Nice, nice. Okay, usual plastic so it don't get moldy. So this is the 3rd gen wing, and I haven't seen any other videos, but we'll talk about like how a lot of the companies now, how they've been 2-3 generations in their wing design, are really kind of like just starting to nail it and refine things a lot better. So getting better range, better construction, better materials, handles, things like that. And this being Cabrinha, one of the biggest kite brands in the world, have really kind of got it going on with this new setup. Have a look. So we'll pump one up here and check it out. So what they've done, when I noticed straight away, handles are a little bit different shape. So they're not so just round, they're a bit more ergonomic in their shape. So a little bit kind of oval with a bit of a ridge on the inside, kind of fit the inside of your hand quite nicely. Then it looks like they've beefed up the stitching to get things stiffer again. So they have done with some along the struts where it attaches. There's some Kevlar there. So again, really trying to get this quite bomb-proof. So nice. The wings are getting a bit more beat up than say kites, because they're not usually, these don't fly 30 meters away. People are falling on them more, and when you're getting rinsed in, if you in the surf, it almost guaranteed it's going to get rinsed by the wave, where a kite, doesn't hit the water all that often. So, valves, they got their usual Cabrinha style valve, simple setup, no adapter needed, just pretty much every pump goes straight onto it. You do have a double strut setup in this, so what you do there, you get a much better profile of the wing coming through to the canopy. And just to talk about construction a bit more, with their fabrics, they've done a radial kind of spread in the fabric on how they've got the direction of the weave going to try to get the forces just to act just a bit more, where the fabric runs more in the direction where the forces are, so it just fits a bit more structure. They double up the trailing edge. Again, when things are left flapping in the breeze, that's where they get the most wear, and the trailing edges of wings and kites and stuff is where they want to beat them up. Pretty cool. Windows look a lot bigger than the previous X2. Now they do have a double strut setup, and in that now you do have a window through the 2 struts where there used to be a membrane through the middle. Reason being they've done that, the window is so you can actually see through it, where if you have most wings have a giant center strut, and when you have it up on an angle, you can't really just see through the bottom window. You got to lift up to go like that. But these being 2 narrow struts, you can see right through the other side. So a few little changes with the design there. Flip it over, graphic wise quite nice, and you can really see kind of they've done a lot of work with their paneling to try to get it to work with the forces that are acting on the wing, and you can see really clear as day with the stitch lines how they've done that here to try to radiate the forces across the wing much better. So I have a combination of both laziness and sore shoulders. So I've had someone do that for me before you go in the comments that I'm very lazy. There's more to it. Okay, inflated. Let's have a look. There you can see the window. And yeah, massive difference being able, you can really see, whoop, you can really see there how easy it is to look through. when you're going along now, instead of having to what would normally be a solid piece, and not just with a double strut like this, with basically all big struts through the center. That's blocked, so great to have some visibility there. And now, why they do the 2 struts? It does get a little bit more rigid in the structure, but really that allows it to tailor the shape of the canopy through the top here, and really keep that draft forward. So main focuses of what they did on this, again, they've learned that just going forward and learning and putting that into new wing design. So stability is what they focused on mostly with this. That locks in the draft and the power up front, forward hand pull, moving forward through the air, getting that nice and efficient. So of course Cabrinha do have the other wing, the Mantis, bit available without windows, so it's even lighter again, but having the double strut gives it, this is the most structural and stiffest of their wings. Now that it's inflated too, you can really see how their panel design isn't just straight lines, it's radiated out, and then the grain of the fabric is kind of going with that, so that's using the strongest part of the thread so you don't get the stretch. Similar stuff that they do with their kites, and then putting that into here. Now, large leading diameter inflatable stuff sometimes blows up, but because these guys have enough background in kiting, they have put their really heavy and double reinforced seams through the front of this to make sure it's super, super tough. So again, it's just the stuff that they've learned over the past couple of years, and of course their kite technology coming through to it. You do have different attachment points they've done on here. More and more guys are starting to use harness lines if that's your thing, but these guys have lots of options, which is pretty cool. Really, we're starting to see that double handles coming through with a few other brands, and you'll see some more stuff later this season from some other stuff, other wings. But Cabrinha were kind of the first to do it, and they're just kind of refining their positioning. And again, the shape is that yeah, it's a nice comfortable shape. So it's still a little bit softer in the edges here, so it's easier to pack up and nothing hard to smack you with. But it is rigid inside, so it's nice and positive grip feel. And like they had in their last one, which I love, their knuckle guard here. Even just walking around on the beach, that is just so much nicer on your knuckles. Some of the wings we've had through are just a little bit rough, or that front handle is just floppy, so you don't have any positive, control over it. You're just kind of holding on to a loose rope almost. Where this is a nice, very good connection. So when you're floating, even just walking on the beach with it, let alone on a wave or anything like that, it's a good solid feel, and you can control the wing behind you.